Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News. I have the pleasure to be joined by Boxing News' female prospect of the year, MaiseyRose Courtney. Maisie, how are you today, mate, and how was your New Year's?
I'm all good. How are you?
I'm very good, mate. I mean, even better that I saw that award. I mean, how did that feel to be recognised by, obviously, International Boxing News is the #1 boxing media outlet, but Boxing News is the don of all boxing kind of journalistic things. I mean, how was that?
Oh, when I first saw it on my phone, I didn't even know what it was. I thought it was like, oh, whatever, mate. I was on my run and everything. I was like, I got back and I was like, oh, this is quite a big thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's quite big. And then, yeah, over the moon, really.
You should be, mate. I mean, you probably just thought I was tagging you in something again, like another clip of you. But no, mate, congratulations on that. It's huge, obviously. We'll use kind of this opportunity as kind of a reflection interview for yourself in 2023. I mean, 4 fights, 4 wins. Could 2023 have gone any better for yourself?
Yeah, it was good. Do you know what I mean? I've progressed quite a lot in them 4 fights. From my debut to my last fight, it's like night and day. Do you know what I mean? Like my style of boxing has progressed. I feel more comfortable. Tony's took that one leap further. You know what I mean? He's made me into the boxer I want to be, instead of the boxer I was like being programmed into or whatever. And yeah, it's good. I'm loving it. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely, mate. What would you say kind of your standout performance was of last year? Obviously, you fought on the AJ card. You beat a European champion as well in your last fight as well. What would you say the standout performance was?
On paper, it'd have to be the one where I beat the European champion. But for me, it'd be on the boxing on the AJ card. I felt unbelievable. Like, slick. I looked good. The kit was banging. You know what I mean? I loved it.
Definitely, mate. It was both were incredible performances from yourself as well. Obviously, the one question on everyone else's lips is kind of, when is MaiseyRose Courtney going to be back out into the ring? Obviously, is there anything that you could potentially tell her?
It's looking like February. I was hoping to go Vegas, but I ain't going Vegas. It looks like I'll be on the week after Vegas, maybe Newcastle, around them times. It's not 100%, but February time. It's stepping up 8 rounds, as we should. You know what I mean? I've been gagging for 8 rounds since my debut, do you know what I mean? And then stepping up after that, maybe a 10-rounder after that for a title. Who knows? You know what I mean? But yeah.
Definitely. I spoke to Tony the other day, kind of, and he said, obviously, where obviously you are so young, obviously in your professional career as well, there's no reason to kind of rush you. Obviously, make sure when you're ready for those championship fights, you go in there and you win them as well. Is that definitely what you're kind of aiming for? Obviously, stepping up in 2024 and then potentially getting a title as well in that 10-rounder later in the year?
Yeah, of course. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could do an 8-round and then fight for the British, you know, and then slowly creep up like that. I'm 23. I've been boxing a very long time, but I'm still young in age, you know what I mean, in strength or whatever. And I'm already causing problems out there, and I ain't even boxed an 8-rounder yet, do you know what I mean? So, boxing 8-rounders, see where we're at. And I know there's a few people that want to fight me for the British. I'll fight them for the British. I'll fight them in the car park, let alone for the British, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, whatever. Tony is the governor. He's taken people from nothing to boxing Canelo to winning 2-time world champions and stuff like that, you know. So if he knows best, basically. If he tells me to fight for the British next or world title next, I'll do it. But if it's not till next year, then it's till next year, do you know what I mean?
Definitely, mate. Obviously, how much kind of important is that kind of trust in that trainer? Obviously, I remember, I think the first time I interviewed you, I always say this, you went, I'll fight for a world title now. But obviously, the reason why you have managers and trainers is to kind of, you put your trust in them to kind of organise that. But kind of, how important is that trust for you to put in Tony when he goes, right, now Maisie, this is the fight you're taking, I know you're going to win it. How important is that?
It's really important. You know, like I said, the proof's in the pudding. He's taken people that have, like, do you know what I mean, nothing for boxing for a world title, boxing the best, becoming millionaires. You know, as soon as Tony said to me, mate, you're ready to fight for the British or whatever, but in my head I would have been ready about 10 years ago, do you know what I mean? But if I'm ready, then Tony says I'm ready, then I'm triple ready, you know?
Definitely, mate. I do want to get your opinions on that British title fight between, obviously it was ordered, but Emma Dolan and Shannon Ryan as well, obviously for the Commonwealth title as well, Emma Dolan's title. I mean, how do you see that fight playing out?
Is it for the British, is it?
But, yeah,
European?
No, so British and Commonwealth, and then I think Chloe Watson's got the European, isn't she? Is that so? Is it your weight? Flyweight is Lauren Parker, is isn't it?
Yeah, the Europeans. Oh yeah, ignore me. She just won it, didn't she? I was even spied her for it, ignore me. But yeah, do you know what? I think it's a good fight. Shannon Ryan, she's very skillful. And a lot of people keep saying that we're gonna end up matching in the future or whatever. But listen, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? The future's a future for a reason. Emma Dolan, she's a good girl. There's been a lot of talk going along about that fight. Do you know what I mean? Emma's been chatting. She's been running her mouth a lot, mate, about that fight, saying God knows what. And Shannon she's a good girl as well. My predictions on it. I think it's a good fight. That Emma's awkward. Do you know what I mean? Shannon's skillful, but I think I do both of them at the same time. One hand.
I normally apologise for stirring the pot, mate. I don't need anything from you today. But no, that I mean, there we go. But if I had to ask you to pick,
if you had to ask me to pick, I'd say Shannon will win, but it won't be easy. Do you know what I mean? When someone's awkward and like in the nicest possible way, a really good novice. Like Dempsey McKean, he's got that kind of novice. Chantel Cameron, he's got a weird novice style, but it's really, really good. Do you know what I mean? She's got that kind of style, but if Shannon uses her edge, she could outbox her 100%.
It's a great fight, and obviously I'm going to be fence sitting as always, mate, as well. But obviously with kind of an end of year kind of interview kind of review from your last year, I do want to get your kind of fight and fighter of the year from 2023. But yeah, who would you say your fight of the year of 2023 was, and what was your fight of the year?
My fight of the year has to be the rematch, Chantel Cameron versus Katie Taylor. Obviously I was there. I was out there at the first one, but I couldn't really enjoy it, do you know what I mean? Because I was fighting or whatever, making 1-1-2, so I was a little bit skinny, do you know what I mean? But the second one, I was out there for a full jar of stout, and I had so much fun, mate. It was unbelievable. Like, listen, I had the best time of my life. And the atmosphere the second time around was so much more like they were behind her like never before, you know, and that's something that I aspire to be like, you know. She did beat Chantel, do you know what I mean? But it was a good fight, unbelievable, yeah. Yeah, fight of the year, yeah. It's a tough one because I could be very biased, can I? If I'm not included, I'd have to say Skye Nicolson. She's created so many paths for herself, you know, so many avenues. She's not backed down from the biggest people. If anything, the biggest people have backed down from her. True story, I got blocked by Amanda Serrano on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah. Don't know, God knows why. That was in Dublin as well. But do you know what I mean? She's not backed down from them kind of people. Skye Nicolson.
I mean, that's a great shout. I think I've said to Skye myself, kind of every single fight she's taken, it's a step up, but she hasn't made it look like that on paper. She's breezed through them as well. Obviously fighting for a world title against Sarah Mahfoud next, fully expecting Skye to do the business as well.
Yeah, 100%. The thing is with Skye, she's so talented and so smart that it's like when people watch Sunny Edwards, they've got a similar style. They're boxing on the back foot and not getting caught. Do you know what I mean? And people don't like that. People like people going toe to toe and knocking each other out and all of that. Skye doesn't get hit. She doesn't come out battered, bruised. She doesn't end up on the deck, you know what I mean, touch wood or anything like that. But she boxes in such a way where if people are like, oh, it's fucking whatever, but she's winning. And she's winning comfortably and she's stopping good people. Do you know, Lucy Wilder, she's a very, very good girl and she was stopping her, battering her, do you know what I mean? And that Amanda Serrano fight, I got absolutely hated on Twitter. It wasn't even that bad what I said. I was just like, oh, Skye will bash you in two. I think that's why there's such a thing around it with Serrano not wanting to take it, because I do believe Skye can outbox her. And I think Serrano does know that as well. That's why I'm blocked on Twitter, mate.
A little Tony Sims cameo there as well. I'm actually blocked by Chocolatito on that. Yeah, which I'm gutted about. I don't even know what I said. I said that he'd win a world title in 2023, and he blocked me.
That's Skye's dog's name. Do you know that?
Chocolatito.
Yeah.
Is it not her Instagram account, that Dolly the Dashin? Is that not her dog?
No, Dash Hound something or nothing. But it's Tito after Chocolate Tito. Yeah, I think. Don't quiz me on that.
Well, there we go. You learn something new every day. I mean, Maisie, that was my final question, mate. But anything to kind of finish the interview with going into 2024?
If Skye don't fight Amanda, I will. No, I'm joking. I don't want nothing to do with her.
MaiseyRose at featherweight, mate.
Don't listen, that was all banter because it's the end of the day, I'm alright with that one. But no, yeah, there's a lot of exciting things happening in 2024, you know, and I just can't wait for it to start happening.
And we look forward to seeing it as well, mate. Thank you very much again for your time today, mate. And yeah, hopefully you don't get us blocked by Amanda Serrano as well, mate. Cheers, thank you.
We'll beat up.